Well, welcome again. It's great to be able to share with you another one of our faces for the city this morning. And we're going to be hearing from Chris and Millie Howard. Welcome, Chris and Millie. It's great to be with you.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome to be here.
Now, obviously, some people will know you, but others may not have met you yet, especially if they're new among us. But could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Millie. I am 26 as of yesterday.
Wow.
And I am a childcare worker, and I have been working in childcare for many years. I became a Christian when I was at the end of year 11, year 12 of high school. I had some friends who were Christian. A friend who went through a particular difficult stage in her life brought me along to church just to help her settle back in, and just had a lot of questions around suffering. And I think that kind of led me to put my trust in God and help me come to church and build those relationships and feel really comfortable in a space with people who are like-minded with similar questions and figuring those things out together.
Hi, I'm Chris. I am 29. I am a physiotherapist. So I guess you could kind of say I was a brought up Christian, but I do vaguely remember probably at the age of 5 or 6 actually declaring that Jesus is Lord. So that was with my mum, which is really cool.
Obviously, we've just come out of a tricky season in lockdown. It's been a big year for you guys as well. You got married this year. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's been a very big year, actually. We were meant to get married last August, but COVID cancelled that for us. So we made the decision to get married in April of this year. Very thankful we didn't postpone it for a year until August, otherwise that would have been bad also. No, God's timing as well. It was great. It was perfect right as restrictions had just completely lifted. We got to have a wedding with most of the people that we really wanted there, bar a few family members from interstate. We got to go on a honeymoon to Hamilton Island. That was wonderful. So we're really, really thankful. Pregnant as well, due with a baby next year, which is also really exciting. And God's plan for us. So we're really excited.
Big year, obviously. COVID, lockdowns, getting married, falling pregnant, honeymoon, all that kind of stuff. It's been a big year.
Yeah.
Are there things that you feel like you're learning about yourself over the course of the recent season?
I think personally for me, I'd probably say I'm still an extroverted person. But I think what this time in lockdown has shown is that and then coming out of lockdown and all of a sudden being really busy is just the value of like rest and time alone. Yeah, going back on the whole marriage thing, we got married, and I feel like people tend to get married, go on a honeymoon, and then it's just like 2 separate lives that come together but just continue to live those separate lives, and then you just happen to spend time with each other when you return back home
with the business
of everything. And I think there was a period there where Millie didn't have to work, I was working, which was a bit quieter, but just the fact that one of us wasn't working and that we weren't being occupied on weekends, we could actually just sit there and adjust to new habits, I guess. You got 2 people coming together who would have been raised completely different, and now you've got to kind of find a way that works for both of you without being, I guess, selfish is probably the best word about it. So,
well, I'm very excited. I know lots of people are very excited that you've been around Church for the City and are joining in things at the moment. What excites you about church, and particularly, I guess, in this season at the moment?
I don't know, I think coming out of lockdown and being back around in a church environment is really exciting. Being around people, being able to worship together, not through a screen, I think is something that I am probably the most excited for. We worship at home still, listening to songs and things like that. It's not the same because two voices doesn't sound as great as everybody else all together. But yeah, I think I'm most excited about that. And I think even coming into Church for the City, I think just it feels so fresh, and just like a brand new start coming out of lockdown and heading into this. And even just for us personally with this new season of life that we've just come into and going into next year, I think it just feels fresh, like a new page. And I think that's really exciting. Yeah.
So in terms of church, like we're really excited. I'm really excited just to be able to actually do church in a place that we're comfortable with and we feel at peace with, and also a church knowing that we can kind of comfortably say that, yeah, like our child's going to be growing up in this church and we're getting excited for it.
Are there particular ways you'd love God to be changing you, growing you, transforming you, using you into the future?
And like Chris mentioned, through our journey, our relationship with God individually has been very all over the place. And I think as even just being a best friend to Chris and a wife, and then to be a mother as well, I think just to, I don't know, I think I need help from God to make me like a godly example, like a godly woman in our home.
I would like the relationship with God to be two ways, not just God kind of abundantly blessing us, which he has, and us kind of just taking him for granted.
Well, we love you guys. We love your hearts for worship. We love your passion for family, and both your own family and church family. We're so grateful to have you among us. We appreciate our friendship and we look forward to that deepening over many weeks and months and years to come. Thank you so much for joining us as one of our faces for the city.
Thank you.
Thank you. No problems.